My name is Muhammad Umair, and welcome to Umair Horrors. Here, we bring you the most terrifying and spine-chilling horror stories that will leave you questioning reality. If you love horror, mystery, and the supernatural, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications, because the darkness is always watching. Now sit back, turn off the lights, and prepare yourself for tonight's haunting tale. I moved into the crumbling manor on the edge of town, seeking a fresh start, unaware of the malevolence that dwelled within its walls. The house, shrouded in ivy and decay, exuded a silent warning that I foolishly ignored. Every creak of the floorboard, every whisper of wind through broken windows, hinted at a presence that lurked in the shadows. At first, I blamed my unease on the unfamiliar environment, but as nights grew longer, the terror became undeniable. On my first night, I awoke to a sound like soft weeping echoing through the corridors. I lay frozen, heart pounding, as the mournful sound seeped under my door. Venturing out with trembling resolve, I discovered no source for the sorrowful cry, only darkness and the oppressive weight of despair. I chalked it up to the wind and the old bones of the house settling. Yet a nagging doubt took root. In the days that followed, I found remnants of the manor's tragic past. A faded diary in the attic detailed a family consumed by grief after a series of inexplicable losses. The entries grew erratic, culminating in frantic scrawls about a watcher who haunted every room. The final page was smeared with tears and an ominous warning: once the eyes open, there is no escape. The words chilled me more than any ghost story ever could. As dusk fell one evening, I felt compelled to explore deeper into the manor. In a narrow hallway, I encountered a mirror, draped in cobwebs. Peering into its murky surface, I saw not my own reflection, but a gaunt figure with hollow eyes and a sorrowful expression. In that fleeting moment, the figure's lips moved in silent agony, as if pleading for release. I stumbled back, a sense of impending doom pressing in on me. The following night, the house came alive with horrors beyond my imagining. Unseen hands seemed to brush against my skin. Disembodied footsteps echoed in empty rooms, and the weeping sound returned, louder and more desperate than before. I tried to flee, but the corridors twisted and turned, trapping me in an endless labyrinth. Every door I opened led only to more darkness, every window to a brick wall of decay. Desperation turned to terror as I realized the manor was feeding on my fear. I began scribbling frantic notes, desperate to document each eerie occurrence. The walls themselves seemed to pulse with the memories of those who had suffered here, their anguish seeping into every crevice of the decaying structure. I could no longer tell if the torment was real or a manifestation of my own unraveling mind. Days bled into nights, and the line between reality and nightmare blurred beyond recognition. I began to doubt whether the horrors were conjured by the ancient manor or by my own fractured mind. The air grew thick with despair as I uncovered hidden rooms filled with relics of sorrow, a child's broken toy, a shattered mirror, and letters stained with tears. Each item whispered a tale of loss and unfulfilled promises, binding me ever tighter to the manor's malignant legacy. In the dead of night, when silence was shattered only by the relentless drumming of my heart, I heard a voice, soft yet clear, calling my name from the depths of the house. It was a sound both tender and terrifying, as if a long-forgotten lover beckoned me toward oblivion. I followed the sound through winding corridors until I reached a room bathed in an eerie, pale glow. There, in the center, lay an old rocking chair, creaking rhythmically as though moved by an unseen force. In that moment, I understood. I was not the first to be ensnared by this place, and I would not be the last. With each passing hour, the manor's grip tightened, weaving a tapestry of sorrow and madness around my soul. The very walls seemed to pulse with the memories of those who had suffered here, their anguish seeping into every crevice of the decaying structure. My only hope of escape had vanished like smoke in the wind, replaced by a dawning realization that I was now an unwilling part of its story, a ghost destined to wander these cursed halls forever. I now leave this record in the hope that it may serve as a warning. Beware the allure of forgotten places, for their beauty is often a mask hiding unspeakable torment. In the echoing silence of the night, listen for the whispers in the walls. They may be the lament of souls lost to the darkness, calling out for freedom or vengeance. And if you ever hear your name carried on the wind, do not look back, for the manor will claim you as its own. I write these final words with a heart heavy with dread, knowing that my fate is sealed within these walls. The past and present merge into an endless nightmare, where hope is but a distant memory. Should you chance upon this tale, let it be a reminder that some horrors are eternal, and some houses never relinquish their hold. The manor stands as a monument to despair, a prison for the lost, and I am now forever bound to its sorrowful song. May these words serve as both confession and caution, echoing in the silence of an everlasting night. I am but one lost soul among many, entangled in a web of sorrow, spun by the hands of fate. Remember, once the darkness finds you, escape is a forgotten dream. After story ends. If you enjoyed this terrifying story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Umair Horrors for more spine-chilling tales. Your support keeps the darkness alive. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe and beware of the whispers in the dark.